Today we're going to talk about the seasons. Spring, summer, fall, and winter. Why do we have them? How come there is a change of temperature? Every year we rotate through these same things. Spring, summer, fall, winter, spring, summer, fall, winter, year after year after year. How come? It has everything to do with the earth and the sun and how they interact. You've got the earth, it's spinning, right? And then you've got the sun. This is my representation of the sun. And it is a very large ball of light and heat. And this earth travels around it once per year. Now, before we get into the details of what actually causes the seasons specifically, let's get a little more definition on the relationship between the sun and the earth, how big they are, how far they are apart, just so you have that idea. So let me give this demonstration. Imagine this is the sun. The sun is that big, all right? So, if the sun is that big, how big is the earth? Well, here's the sun, and imagine this little red tip here. That's the earth. Just that little red spot right there. That's it. Big difference. The other interesting point about these two is, imagine this. Let's assume that the distance between the sun and the earth is represented on a football field, okay? You've got the sun, which is, remember, it's this big. Here's a football field, okay? Or a soccer field, about the same thing. How far away is the earth? It's here, at the other end of the football field, when they're this size. It's enormous. It's 93 million miles away. Here's the sun, and here is Earth. So, now to get to the specific point of why the seasons happen, we'll bring back our little demonstration sun here. And we of course realize this is not to scale, but this is just for demonstration purposes. Now you've got this star, the sun, is putting out heat and light against the world, all right? And then, of course, the world is spinning like this, okay? And it makes one spin every day. Now let's imagine you're in New York City, okay? Somewhere here in North America, okay? That's you right there. Now, where are you in relation to things when it's daylight? You see, you're closer to the sun, it's day, right here. And then you fall into night. It's back here somewhere. You see that? Day and night. Now also, you've got this world, it's spinning around and going around the sun once a year, right? And the interesting thing that actually creates the seasons is this. You notice that when you look at a globe, it's always at a bit of a tilt. There's the bottom is not directly over the base, it's actually off at a bit of an angle. You see that? It's not like this. The world doesn't spin where the center line is directly in line with the sun. It's actually tilted a little bit. And this tilt is what's actually the way the world is in relation to the sun. So you've got one part of the world, the lower part at this orbit, is facing the sun more directly than the upper part of the world. So here you are in New York City, all right, up here. Now, in this position in the orbit around the sun, you would be in winter. And people in the south, down here, like Australia, they have summer. So here it is, winter for you. Now, here you are, you're spinning around. Now your days are at this position in the orbit. Look at where you are. Now you get a little bit more sun than you did before, and so it's warmer. This is called springtime, all right? So your days are a little bit warmer. The nights are still cold, but they're warmer than the middle of winter. So then we come around to this point of the orbit and look at where you are now. You're really more directly in line with the sun. So the sun is a lot hotter because it's in more direct to you. And the south is less direct, so it's cooler down there. Now it's winter in Australia, and you have the middle of summer. So here you go around. That's summer. Now you get to this point of the orbit, and again, just like springtime, you have less direct sun, but it's not fully indirect as when you are here in winter, where it's the least direct sunlight. Does that make sense? So the more direct sunlight you have, the warmer it is, and there you have summer. And here, in this position of the orbit, you have winter. And that's what actually creates the seasons. Now, the word season itself developed over the years. The root of this word season is S-E. Se. And this is from an old language, and this means seed. So seed, this also relates to our word seasons. So each year the farmers had a time, each year there was a season when you put the seed in the ground. And so the words have a relationship there. So that's kind of the root of the term season. There is our seasons. It's why they happen. We've got our sunlight, our earth. That's the seasons. So we've got a picture here. You can make note of this in your notebook, make this little sketch. But even more important, go outside and take a look and see where the sun is in the sky and feel the temperature and go, okay, is it hot? When it's hot, you'll notice that the sun is higher in the sky. That's because where you're standing on the world is more directly in line with the sun. When you're more tilted away, from your viewpoint, you'll notice that the sun is lower in the sky. You'll notice this. During the summer, the sun is higher in the sky. It's more directly overhead. And during this winter, it's the lowest in the sky. And then you'll feel that it's cooler. And you'll feel the temperature. You'll see how this is. So, take a look at these things, make these experiments, let us know what you think.